Hi everybody, it's OPPAIBBY. Welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to my first YouTube video. You guys asked me a bunch of questions to film a Q&A video with, and you guys really delivered. I have so many questions, but I wasn't able to include all of them, so if yours didn't get included in this video, I will probably film a part 2 to this later in the year, and I'll try to include all of those then. But I'm excited. Let's get to the questions. Okay, first question is, how old are you? I'm currently 24, but my birthday is in about a month, so I'll be 25 soon. Next question, do you play video games? And if so, what are your favorite ones? I don't play a lot of console games. I've played many hours of Breath of the Wild and many hours of all the Assassin's Creed series on PS3 and obviously Breath of the Wild on Switch. But, I mean, Animal Crossing, I guess, as well as a console game, but mainly I am a PC gamer. I love a good open world PC game. I love Skyrim. I've played a lot of that on my PC, and that has to be one of my favorites. But right now, I am playing so much Genshin Impact. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous, but I love it. The storyline's great. The music is beautiful. All of the graphics are absolutely stunning. Like, I love it as a game, and I just think the characters are really sweet too. So I definitely am putting all of my hours into that game right now. Okay. This question is, what is your favorite genre of music? And this is hard for me to pin down, so hard. My tastes change kind of as much as my cosplays do, if that makes any sense. I make playlists for each one of my photo shoots that I do to kind of fit the mood. I've considered putting them on here. I might. I'm gonna think about it. But I oftentimes listen to more gothic, grungy, hardcore things when I am working on like a goth cosplay, or if there's a cute cosplay that I'm working on, it's usually like happy-go-lucky, cute, I don't know, emotionally frilly, I guess, music. So it varies. It varies with my mood. And I'd have to say some of my favorite artists, though, are like Imogen Heap and Enya, and then I love everything from them all the way through grunge, and I like some rap, and I like trap, and I like EDM, and I like rhythm, and I like a lot of different genres, so I really couldn't pick just one. Someone asked, what is your favorite content that you've made, and why? Honest to God, I worked really hard this last October in Halloween 2020 to get as much out of the month as I could. I did about 11 different cosplays, and that was just altogether really busy and fun. And I started off the month with what I think is one of my proudest cosplays I've ever put together. It is this cosplay. I'll put a picture here. I was a succubus. I had little mechanical wings that I had pulleys on, and they open up. I also used this cosplay for my first ever mainstream scene, and it's one I'm definitely most proud of. Other than that, probably on par with that one is the look I did in this set for Valentine's Day. It just came out, and I'm in all red, and there's a blue light and a red light, and it's very pin-up inspired. I have little 50s glasses on. It's one of my favorites. I think I was able to realize my aesthetic vision almost in entirety for a photo set for the first time, and I was like, yes, I did it. So I feel really good about that one. As for videos, I don't know if I have a favorite, because I would do them differently than I do things now. So probably just my mainstream scene. I'm very proud of that. I put a lot of work into it, and though it's more recent, it's become a fast favorite of mine. Next is, what is some advice for others wanting to start content creation, like myself? My first piece of advice is, if you have a current vanilla job, wait a year, hold on to that vanilla job, save up because there will be expenses. save up and make sure you get your ID updated. Make sure that all of your ducks are in a row as far as that goes. You're going to have to fill out a lot of W-2s. I also will tell you that you need to be 100% certain that you are ready for any of the permanent things that will be attached to you when you make this decision. I've wanted to do this for so many years, and I was well aware of a lot of the different aspects of it. There were things I wasn't aware of, though, which is why I also say do your research. If you can spend a year before you make that transition doing that research, you will have a lot more resources in your pocket than you would otherwise. And it's really important to have those resources so that you not only have an easy time dealing with, I mean, it's not easy, but an easier time dealing with everything that's going to come your way, but also you are going to be ready. So it feels better going into a test having researched and having this be a giant part of your life forever. I really recommend doing your research. Other than that, figure out what you want your content to look like. Figure out what kind of a brand you want to have. I did a video with my friend Fox the Goddess. We did a live stream talking about branding yourself. I'll put it in the description box below. But really focus on figuring out what are your colors, what's your niche, what's your name going to be. Secure your username, secure a website if you can. And if you don't have the funds to do these things, there are different websites. There are model websites that have lots of free advice. There are some models who create free videos. I myself am planning on creating at least a couple free videos in my model advice series. So please look into that if you can afford to drop $10, $20 on models videos. There are so many well-informed seasoned models who have taken the time to really lay it out for you and give you a step-by-step guide. It is very important that we support each other in doing that, because that advice is incredibly valuable. This is a fitting question for Valentine's Day season. What is your favorite candy? Again, I don't know if I can just pick one. My favorite sugary sour candy is Nerd's Rope. It is superior to every other fruity candy out there. I tell the truth. Go buy one. Thank me later. And then for chocolate, I love things like chocolate truffles. Those are probably my favorite chocolates. But I love a good Nerd's Rope. I love that and sour straws. All right, and what is your sexuality? This is a good question. I am pansexual, as far as I'm currently aware. I mean, it's always a journey. It's always a journey in figuring out, what does love look like for you. But I am currently identifying as pansexual. I don't really mind too much in regards to anyone's gender. Everybody, it's not like I'm attracted to everybody, but your gender doesn't matter to me, if that's a concise explanation. All right, next question is, what's your favorite anime? This is, again, so hard to pick, but I'd have to say in terms of recently created art and story and all of it, I really love Demon Slayer. I love what they've done with the story. It's absolutely beautiful. I also really like Attack on Titan. I watched all 3 seasons before the 4th season, probably in a week. It was just so riveting for me. And then I love slice of life. Lucky Star was one of my first anime, and I still love it. I have a giant Lucky Star poster in my room. I love all sorts of anime, but definitely in my top few of them are Tokyo Ghoul, Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, and then I love oldies like XX-holic. That one was so good. Oh, so underrated. Next is, what is your gender expression? I am a cis female. I am almost hyper feminine in how I dress and present myself, but I identify as a cis woman. Next, religious views. I'm not a religious person. I definitely am not. I think that there's something interesting to be taken from so many different cultures, religions. And it's always interesting for me to learn about, but I personally don't practice any sort of religion. I just try to be really grateful to the earth, and then I think that outside of westernized religion, most other religions really interest me from just an educational perspective. Okay, and this one says, what are your hobbies, interests, or passions? I have a lot of them. Luckily, I get to do some of my hobbies as my job, which is so rewarding. I love to make props and style wigs. I love to make sets, all of those things. I like interior design. And so my job covers so much of that. I feel really grateful for that. But as well as like playing video games and watching anime, I collect. I have like a kind of massive Beanie Baby collection. I don't currently collect those anymore because I have around like approximately 400 of them. So I'll have to do an in-depth video on that because that's definitely something of interest. But I have a very large Beanie Baby collection. Other than that, I love dogs. I love if I get to, I don't know, volunteer with dogs or just hang out with my dogs. I love doing that. And then other than that, I love to draw and paint, and I sing a lot. A lot. I sing constantly when I'm by myself. I also played violin for about 10 years, and I'm going to try to get back into it. I need to get my violin fixed, but I'm hoping that I can pick it up again. All right, and then, is this what you've always wanted to do, or did you have another career in mind? Well, this is a good question. I originally was, before I started doing this, a graphic designer, and that lends itself to my job really well. I'm really thankful for that. And I didn't really have that in mind as my end-all be-all career. It was more so like, oh, if it works, that's great. But genuinely, I've wanted to do this for years. I've wanted to do this for such a long time. And this has been the goal. This has always been the goal. And I feel really thankful to be able to do that. Next question is, what is your morning routine? This varies a lot. So I'll give you like 3 different examples. If I wake up in the morning and I either have a live stream to do or a cosplay to photograph or a video to film, I wake up and then I immediately get coffee. I eat as fast as I can, and then I get into costume because I know it's going to take lots and lots of hours of my time. So I usually get right to work then, but on days where I'm doing digital work, working on my website, editing photos, editing videos, any of that stuff, I usually get up, make breakfast, kind of ease into my day, ease into working on whatever it is I need to work on. And that's always nice. Those are always nice days. I like doing that because I still feel productive, but I get to stay in like sweatpants. On the days that I have off, however, I usually wake up, I do something special for breakfast. I'll either get breakfast. I'm in Seattle, so we have great donuts, so that's usually my go-to. And then I run some errands. I usually run to the store. I usually run and get any props I need to go get. And I get my mail, which usually has lots of cosplay stuff in it. And then I come home, I usually play video games or talk to my friends on Discord, and then, I don't know, make dinner and watch Bob's Burgers until I fall asleep. Next question is, would you rather have a personal butler or a personal chef, like all expenses paid? Ooh, well, that's pretty easy, actually. I can cook. I love to cook. I cook many of my meals every week, so I could handle that. I would love a personal butler to like put all my sets up for me, take everything down, get rid of all of my many package boxes for me, organize all my stuff, all my costumes, brush out my wig. Oh, a dream, an absolute dream. Next is favorite comfy/fancy clothes. Okay, so comfy clothes and fancy clothes. My favorite comfy clothes, I have one of those giant oversized hoodies that like goes down to your knees. I have one of those, and that's great. I just throw that on sometimes and I'm golden. It's extra warm. Other than that, I love long sleeve t-shirts. I live in Washington State, so most of the time this is what you wear underneath your jacket, or when it's warmer you can get away with just this, like in the early spring and late winter, and then in the summer, honestly, at night you can still wear these. So I wear a lot of long sleeve t-shirts, and then I have an Umaru hoodie that I love, and that thing is so freaking soft. For fancy clothing, my favorites have to be my Morticia dress And then the dress I wore to the AVN Awards in 2020. And then the dress I wore for the BBW Awards in 2021. So those are definitely my 3 fancy dresses that are perfect. Absolutely perfect. Next, do you have any pets? What are their names? If so, I do. I have 2 pets. I have 2 dogs. They're both rescues. I'll try to put pictures of them. This is Bean. Bean is about 5. She's gonna be 5 next month. We share a birthday month. But she was a little puppy when I rescued her. She was about 2.5, almost 3 months old. She was tiny. And she's very sweet, very cuddly. You'll oftentimes see like Snapchats or Instagram stories of me taking pictures of her on the end of my bed because she curls up in all of my fuzzy blankets. It's so cute. Anyway, I also have another dog. He is about 15 years old at this point. His name is Bubba. And he's my angel. I've had him for about 14 years now. I rescued him many years ago, and he's been just a wonderful little companion. He comes with me on trips. Both of them do, but he has for most of his life gone with me and my family on trips. And he loves to go greet his public. He loves it so much. He loves the attention. He's an attention-seeking boy. I love him so much. Okay, last question. Do you have a favorite room? And if so, what would be your dream room? Okay. My favorite room is obviously my bedroom, where I work, where I do everything, and where I sleep and rest my head at night. I have all of my plushies in here. I usually have a candle going. I have all these soft blankets, and I have LED lights. I will post a picture of what my room looks like with the LED lights. I have probably I have like over 32 feet of RGB strip lights, so they're beautiful. I love them. But if I have a dream room for me would be living in a really tall building and having just like glass walls, and like, I mean, obviously not all glass walls, but having some big walls to look out into the city. That is my dream room. Other than everything that I already have. Like, I have a gaming desk and I have lots of lights and everything like that. The only thing missing is like a perfect view. All right, well, that concludes all of the questions. Thank you so much to everybody who sent one in. If I didn't get to your question, I will film a part 2 of this later this year, and I will try to get it in then. I am going to be uploading some more videos here. I'm going to be uploading at least one kind of model-centered, focused video, and then other than that, I'll try to vlog or make behind-the-scenes videos when I'm making content. Let me know if you have an idea about a video you'd like me to make. Leave it below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you for supporting me. I love you guys. Have a safe, whatever time of day it is for you. Be safe. Be safe. Know I love you. Bye. As a hair in my face. Rearrange my papers.